Hello, fire signs, Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. This is a general message for fire signs. If it resonates with you, take what does, leave what doesn't. If it don't fit, don't force it, just relax and let it go. Now, fire signs, you appear in reverse at the bottom of the deck. You're coming across rude, boorish, forceful, bully, dictator, tyrant, being impulsive, abusive, and very nasty. Como se, como se, como se, como se. Somebody seems like they stepped on your corn. Como se, como se, como se, como se. Mayo momo. Como se. You could be leaving somebody's life very quickly. Okay? Because when you reverse like this, it points to the traits of somebody who's very impulsive. They could be coming across very arrogant, lacking direction. This card, when it's reversed like this here, fire signs, okay, it may suggest a misuse of authority. Could be somebody's done this to you or you doing it to them, okay? But it shows overbearing tendency here, though, fire sign, or you're struggling to lead effectively here. It might also indicate someone, though, who's prone to burning out by taking on too much or lacking the follow through needed to bring their vision to life. Like somebody here is talking the talk, basically, but they're not walking the walk. Okay? It could serve as a caution, though, here to reassess your leadership kind of style or your skills right now, here, fire signs, to regain focus or avoid letting pride cloud judgment right now. Because pride does come before a fall. Okay? It might also highlight someone in your life could be ex- portraying these kind of qualities towards you. Okay, it could be asking you to kind of confront where you may feel stuck or unsure in your ambitions. You know what I mean? But for somebody here, you're at a point where this could be a mother figure that's coming across rude, but they're telling you the truth. Okay, somebody could be angry regarding this. ¿Cómo sé? ¿Cómo sé? ¿Cómo sé? Mayo. Let's see what other message for fire signs do they need to know. Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. Fire signs. Again, you're rude, you're boorish in the past. You're going through a loss, okay? Sadness, loss, grief, okay? Let's make it, como si, como si, como si. Let's make you flare up like this, okay? You're mourning. You're going through heartbreak. You've been through a lot, okay? Things have been unstable in your life for a while. And some of you still, you're drowning in your emotions because you're focusing on the loss. Okay. But you're going to have this strength, especially if you've got Leo here. Okay. So Leo's going through this. You're going to have this strength. Your inner strength is going to pull through. All right. You're taming. It's about control. Taking control of your emotions. Taking control that you don't lose the plot. Taking your power back for somebody. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. This is for fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This resonates with you. Fire signs, please like, share, subscribe. No, that's too many. But it's showing here that you're dealing with an earth sign here who's not grounded. And this person here is all about materialistics. Could be somebody that needs to be cut off because things ain't moving forward. Okay, some of you are walking away from people and things that no longer serve you because it's now turning into unrequited love. There's been arguments. Some of you decide to be single. This father figure here is going to get some bad news. Could be an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Could be somebody you have a family with. But this is somebody here who definitely going to get some bad news, okay? And it could be that somebody is walking away from people and things that no longer serve them. Something's come to an end. Whatever you learned, you've learned now. There's nothing new from that situation that they can teach you right now here. Fire signs. Okay. Wow. Okay. Five of Wands here, reverse. Okay. Somebody here was in the past trying to compromise. Okay. They was trying to compromise in the situation. They're trying to meet the person halfway here. Okay. Try to go and say if you can have kind of equal give and take in this situation or in this relationship. Okay. But for somebody though, it seems like somebody here wasn't willing to change. Okay. They're coming with the same script and sometimes it's a different cast. But some of you realize it's a pattern. Okay. This Five of Wands here is also trying to get some resolution to the conflict, or it could be just the end of the situation right now for some of you. Okay. It could also indicate a willingness to compromise in the past, but somebody needed to improve their communication. Okay. Or try to move towards harmony after a period of discord. This could be taking place already or it's yet to come. But for somebody here, fire signs, it does suggest avoiding unnecessary confrontation. Okay, if you can do, right? You need to focus on collaboration rather than competition right now because somebody's trying to compete with you here. Or you need to find some form of common ground with others right now because on the flip side, it might highlight suppressed tension or unresolved issues here that could resurface later here, fire sign. It could also reflect your own inner conflict, what you're experiencing right now. In the past, you're struggling with competing priorities or you're very unclear about your goals in some way. Okay. Hmm, that's for somebody. Because in the present moment now, some of you are not waiting. Some of you could have been returning from travel, okay? Or you're moving home. Or some of you, it's lack of foresight or planning here that somebody hasn't actually planned this situation out properly or thought about it and thought about in a bigger picture what it would all entail, okay? You got somebody here who was waiting for the ships to come in. They was waiting for something to take place, okay? And it probably didn't take place when they wanted it to take place. So somebody here is deciding that they're moving home. There's been no change. Okay. This Three of Wands here also reversed. It's also speaking to you regarding holding on to the past. Some of you are still holding on to your past conflict that you had with this person. Okay. Some of you still was feeling restricted and felt like I was suppressing my emotions and it's now time for me to let it out. Mm. But somebody here who could have been with somebody that was overseas, that relationship failed. Okay. For some of you right now though, some of you could be thinking about moving back home. That's where say a mother figure is coming across rude, but to tell you the truth, okay? Some of you might have to go back home, but the truth is you're gonna hear it. Okay? Sometimes the truth does hurt, but it will set you free. Okay? Some of you somebody's being cruel to be kind to somebody. Mm. But for somebody here, it does speak of lack of progress, okay? Or growth within the relationship or within yourself. But something feels like a failure. Because it seems like you're being unhappy with your choice here. Or you'd feel disappointed with the outcome of the situation, how it turned out. Mm. But fire signs, he's letting you know it's because you're lacking foresight or forward planning, or you could be holding on to the past and being haunted by it that's keeping you or kept you waiting all this time. Okay? Some of yours could be a failed holiday romance. a long distance relationship failed for somebody here. Because if you are in a relationship, this three of wands here reverse is not a good omen. Okay, 'cause it does lack growth. Or some of you are being disappointed with the choice, so your relationship may not be going well, and it appears. Okay, thinking you didn't choose well. That's for somebody. But for somebody though, it can also signify feeling like your wings are being clipped. So if you or your partner would like to travel, you may feel like the other is restricting or holding you back here. Okay. Because one might want to stay at home, one would like to go and say, I want to see the universe, I like to be on the move. Okay. Mm. But for someone though, it can also signify that, like I said, a holiday romance could have failed. Okay, breaking up with a new love you met while traveling, or you could have just have a failed long distance relationship. It didn't work. The distance was too far, and you wasn't seeing each other enough, and the communication was getting less and less. But must say, somebody was starting to venture out. Voila! Well, these two kind of came out definitely at the same time. Somebody here is folding and giving up here, moving on. Okay. Some of you could even have air in your chart or air signs moving on to calmer waters and healing, because this inner conflict that somebody here was having here, okay, where he was competing, you're no longer waiting. Subconsciously, you know that you're giving up now. It's time for you to move on to calmer waters, okay? At the bottom, you do have the happy family, happy home. But there's been a lot of argument. Things were off balance. There was no equal give and take. Okay. Some of you needed assistance and support and you wasn't getting it. You was dealing with somebody here that you was using your intuition because you realized somebody here was trying to put you underneath some form of illusion. The relationship was unstable in the home. Okay. Some of you felt insecure because you're dealing with a liar. Somebody wasn't telling you the whole truth. Okay. At some point, this left you sleepless nights here. Okay, and some of you, somebody felt like they hit rock bottom. Okay, like the world was turned upside down. Something has taken place here. So let's see what the situation is here for fire signs, because you're moving away from this conflict. Because somebody put you in a didn't come on, I say I can't even speak, man. It's like they put you in some form of competition. Now somebody here is going to be deeply hurt and sad, feeling lost. They're grieving, they're going through despair because there's been a breakup. Okay? It's not como si. Breakups are not easy. But at the same time, this is the time when you get hurt. If you get a cut, you put a plaster on it. But at the same time, you get hurt emotionally. Some people ignore it and don't even try to even take care of it or clean up the wound or you know what I mean. But now it's time to go within. Okay, some of you could be receiving a love call or a message of love saying they're thinking about you. This is somebody here using a higher commitment with a partnership. You could even have been engaged to this person. Okay, somebody could have put somebody in a third party situation here, and somebody's deciding now to give up and they're fed up and they're moving on. But Cupid arrow here was in the past year. It's telling you to have faith though. Okay, love is coming your way. Some of you will be receiving some surprise invitation. Okay, some of you could be struck by love. Some of you could be when you're on holiday, but it's not going to last. I would have told you from the holiday romance could be coming to an end. Okay, that's for somebody. The honeymoon period is over for somebody. Whoa. Because subconsciously, somebody's got outdated thinking here or conditioning. But there's also somebody here who's replaying the event over and over in their head, okay, regarding somebody, the breakup, and they can't get over it. But somebody did have unconditional love, okay? Somebody here, though, now is going to be experiencing somebody wanting to chase you now after betraying you and stabbing you in your back and after being deception and lies. Okay, it was a competition here. Okay, this betrayal that took place, the person might be chasing you, said they got unconditional love for you, but there was a betrayal. Okay, deception and lies. There was a snake. There was competition and an enemy. It's telling you to look over your shoulder. There's another woman here, fire signs. Okay. Somebody was out, getting back out there, dating, setting a date. Yep, that's for somebody. And now somebody's moving on, though, to calmer waters. Okay. But somebody here could have some form of addiction. You could be dealing with somebody who's very possessive, very controlling, and emotionally blocked because they're emotionally unavailable. But this is the person that wants to flirt with you or wants to date you. Believe you me, I don't think so. I don't think this is going to be taking place because some of yous are evolving. You're growing. You're ready for you're moving on to your next phase. Because now you're at a point where you're healing your inner child and you're releasing the past. Okay? At the bottom, some of yous definitely will be getting back out there, meeting someone new, setting a date, dating online for some of yous. Yeah, because you are going to have a positive mindset going forward with the blessings. Because you was dealing with somebody here who had a key in a ring. They had many options. It was unconventional. It was having one night stands and stringing somebody along here. Okay, that's for somebody. Because somebody was out there dating. Let's see what lies beneath all this here. Because this heartbreak here, though, that you're going through, or somebody's going through this after going through this inner conflict of having to go and say in a third party situation that you're moving on from now. Mm, somebody was getting played, manipulation, there was lies, and there was control. Some of you were dealing with a control freak, okay? If it wasn't them, then you was coming across as that. But for somebody, though, who's getting played, I must say, it was a love story once upon a time, okay? Somebody you lived with, somebody you probably even have family with or children with. But this was a bookaboo. Okay. It's like this person came into your life for a season for a reason. This is somebody here who's visiting sex shops or worked in a sex shop. Okay. Some of you need to go and check yourself because this situation is about to explode. Okay. And pop up in flames. Because somebody could have even got somebody pregnant. That's for somebody. So let's see. What other message here for fire signs do they need to know? If this resonates with you, fire signs, please like, share, subscribe. Yeah, someone's definitely seen go and visit a sex shop. Or somebody was working in a sex shop. Yeah. Now, voila, somebody got is expecting. Some of you are expecting a new beginning because you're no longer waiting now. Okay. Because somebody was trying to burn evidence. Subconsciously, you know this, and you're fed up. Okay. You're moving on to your next phase because somebody now is feeling insecure and they're burning evidence. Okay. But somebody is trying to keep a promise. Some of you it's to yourself, but some of you it's a promise to keep away from fake friends and haters. Okay? You're not going to be walking away from people and things that no longer serve you. You're making a promise to yourself. You're not dealing with negative people anymore. Okay? Some of you right now though. In the past thereof. Some of you it could be taking place now or is yet to come. But somebody here is having conflict and wants a resolution. They want to compromise, they want to make amends, or they want a positive outcome here at one point. But now somebody's expecting a new beginning. There's going to be no contact. Some of you may have to block this person and give them the silent treatment or cut off all communication, okay, to get your new beginning. Because subconsciously, somebody got caught red handed. Secrets were exposed. Okay, it was a surprise. Somebody was going to be shocked, and that's why someone's trying to burn evidence. Okay, but somebody's going over this in their head. Okay, of being caught or catching somebody because through insecure, some of you You got high value. If you're dealing with somebody who's insecure, you're moving on from this person. Because the Empress is a beautiful, sexy, abundant, and confident person. And the person that you're leaving behind is somebody who's insecure. And thoughts say that they get their kind of power by being promiscuous. Okay? But this is person you're blocking all contact with. You don't need this person because it was a toxic love. It caused money drama. Somebody has addictions. It was a love hate relationship. Okay? This could even be somebody you was living with, married to, or this could even be going on with somebody in your family. Okay? Somebody here is having conflict with somebody here. And some of you say is a mother figure. Okay? Subconsciously, somebody knows somebody got caught. And now somebody is blocking somebody because somebody could be expecting a new beginning or somebody could be pregnant. Okay? But we'll see. Let's see. Let's see what other message here for fire signs. Telling you the truth, though. Somebody here is gonna get secrets gonna be exposed. Somebody here is losing yourself. You feel lost in your partner. It's okay to be yourself and have your own life, though, too. Because somebody was kind of, at one point, there was like, say, they didn't feel themselves without the partner. Okay. Everything they did was round that partner. But somebody's seeking perfection here. Everyone has flaws, but you need to choose only five must haves and deal breakers that matter. Okay. So you can't actually get perfection, but somebody here is retreating. 'Cause it seems like you feel being hurt has made you retreat here, but it's time to get out and try again for somebody. And some of you have and got caught. And somebody here is definitely going through some past trauma. You need to take time out, though. This is the Empress here. You need to take time for yourself and heal your past trauma before moving on, though, because somebody feels they're fated to be alone. You gave up on love because you think you meant to be alone, but it's not true here, fire signs. Okay? That's for somebody. Because at the bottom, though, you do have not my type. You need to be open to different types of people because you may be surprised who you'll find. Okay? So, for somebody out here who will eventually get over their past trauma and let go and move on, okay? Just try not to see perfection in people because nobody's perfect. Okay. If you got choose five things that you're prepared to go and say, I can actually accept that, but the other five I can't accept. You know what I mean? Somebody has to go through that. Let's see what other message here for fire signs, sun, moon, and Venus rising. What other message does fire signs need to know? You need to give yourself some credit, fire signs, for doing a good job at the whole living thing. It wasn't easy, this life journey. Okay? And what other message for fire signs? Wow. You need to be authentic. Anything else is just exhausting. So don't try to be something else. Just be you. Okay? Because somebody needs to start pushing against what is and align with it and move on. You know what I mean? Because somebody here who's having this conflict or inner conflict about letting go of something. It could be a past memory, it could be a past hurt, it could be some form of unforgiveness. But somebody needs to let it go, okay, and move on. Because somebody's here saying, do your thoughts need a reboot? You need to focus on the good in your life, okay? Or if it's not you, there's somebody around you that needs to do this because somebody did come out reverse rude, okay? Because somebody definitely needs to stop ruminating over what you did or didn't do and let it go. Fire signs. The message for you right now is to stop caring about what they think. This is your life to love and live because people will try to be the victim, try to play poor me, always want the sympathy, okay? But you've got to, it's your life, okay? Don't stay with somebody because they're trying to emotionally manipulate you to stay with them. That's for somebody. Let's see what evil eye they could be sending towards you. Como say, you're significant other is sending you negative. The person you got children for, the person you was married to, the person you was living with, the person you lay down with is what's sending you negativity. Okay? They're sending you the evil eye. So pre-warned is pre-armed. Wow. You need to tap into your intuition. You already know who this person is. Who must say? You definitely know who it is here, fire signs. They're hating on your body image, your exercise routines. Don't like nothing about you then, basically, innit? Wow. And somebody had a cycle of bad luck, unfortunate events happening freeze. And somebody is secretly keeping tabs on your every move. So somebody is that's hanging around you like a monitoring spirit. Okay? Their social media or posts or memes are directed towards you. So it's somebody here that could be even on your friend list. Okay? Somebody here is your significant other that come up strong. Okay? The person that you least expect it to be. Any other message here for fire signs? Let's see this person's true emotions here. This is for fire signs, sun, moon, and Venus rising. What is this person's true emotions? Because somebody here is got bad credit. They're in debt, they're unemployed. Somebody could end up losing their jobs here. Okay? For some of you, it's right now. Wow. There's a balance. Somebody is faking that they're busy. Because they're unemployed, so how could they be busy? And somebody here, though, subconsciously, you know you're going to be happily single. You'll be doing you, you'll be dating, you'll be stress free, you're setting your goals, and you can be career focused. You ain't got time for the other bullshit, and that's what you're moving on. Okay? For some of you, it's right now, though. This hater, this significant other who's sending you these spiritual attacks, they're going to be running soon. Okay? Because they're the ones that's going to be under spiritual attack, going through chaos, because they have to go through an ego death, a downward spiral, okay, for their spirit to be awakened. Some of you are going through a transformation right now, and for somebody is saying my way. They're being very selfish, stubborn, arrogant. They're in a pride and up in their ego. This could even be yourself here, fire sign, because somebody is going to be rejected. Okay, but somebody does have a secret account. This is somebody left you hanging with no closure, no contact. They left you on red. This could be somebody, like I said, that you could have been on traveling, or somebody could have just cut off the relationship. Okay, because somebody was already in a committed relationship. Somebody could have already been married. That's for somebody. So let's see. What the message here from Spirit do they need to know? No matter how much you're being tested or pushed right now, fire signs, stand your ground and push back. Believe in your own integrity and self worth so much that no one can get in your way. Have the confidence to move forward. You can and you will do this for your fire signs. And for somebody, learn to ride the waves of life. When faced with difficult times, you can either fight against the current or go with it. So ask yourself, what is to be gained by depleting your energy and fighting against it? Don't do that to yourself here, fire signs. Okay? Don't even beat yourself up over this. This is for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And if you find yourself stuck in a situation you are unhappy with, ask yourself, why are you still there? Is it fear of the unknown? Leaving toxic situations or people can be the best thing you could do for your soul and your spirit. So be fierce here, fire signs. If this resonates with you, please like, share, subscribe. And at the bottom for all of this, you need to ignore what everyone else is doing and achieving. Your life is about breaking your own limits and outgrowing yourself to live your best life. You are not in competition with anyone else. Plan to outdo your past, not other people. If this resonates with you, fire signs, please like, share, subscribe. I send you love and light. Namaste.